Okay, and then what's the delay between the fruit leaving the farm and going to the store? How long does that take?
We pick, it goes, and it's typically on an 18-wheeler that day or the next day. So it is literally on the way to market.
So this one's right.
This
is
well, see, on Orejona, we had to wait a little bit more to get a little more darker, because otherwise they'll get too acidic.
Oh, it'll be too tart.
Yeah.
And the customers don't want that.
Yeah.
They want a bit of a balanced
and
sweet.
they can resist a little more, so we let it get a little more red.
And this is Linda's Orejona, right? It came from Linda's?
Yeah.
And you can see it's flower, it's got another flower bud. I got the same. I like this plant a lot. It's one of my favorite.
The Orejona this season, I thought was, if I said this is a good season for any variety, I would say Orejona loved this season.
Yeah, look at that.
It's been consistent. It's saved us on pollen because it's been so consistently blooming. So, and the fruit size has been really consistent.
Yeah, that's a really nice size fruit. Yeah, so when I was here, I think this was just getting installed.
Yeah.
So when you walk, so you can kind of see the variety. So this where it looks more anemic, you have a little bit of Orejona, and then when you get in here, you start to see Dark Star, and I think we have some PG.
And here we try to plant 5 plants for each variety.
And they were separated 10 feet, 8 feet,
6
feet,
6 feet.
6, I think.
And you like this distance?
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Because I was doing 10 and it seems a little bit too much.
Too much, yeah.
So 7 is what you guys do.
Yeah, this is 7. We got enough space to walk in the middle.
The spacing on a field like this is really good. And then the only thing that we debated is we would have taken our posting down even lower. So we always say the top of the post at 4 feet, and those were done 5 feet.
5 feet.
So I'm 5'7", so you can kind of, right? So that's really
I'm doing mine. They're right about here. So like 4.5 feet is where four. Yeah. And I always thought I'm a little short, but it works for me. So you wish that these were a little lower?
No, I mean, and here is fine. But right now, everything that we start replacing right now, we start doing it at 4 feet.
Yeah.
And I remember you were building these at a certain cost, and you had it down to like $30 or something like that. And it was a good cost.
I think it 13. 13, I think.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Wow, that's a good.
So we had to just buy more wood for the forms, and it happened to be when the wood prices were high. But we were doing 24 forms, but now we have 32
so
forms.
You're still producing the same concrete structures, same length and the same height and everything?
No, we're taking a feet down now.
You're a little shorter?
Yeah.
And how far do they go into the ground?
3 feet.
3 feet?
Those are 3 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the post you're looking at was in a form that was 8 foot.
8 feet.
And then it was sunk down 3 feet. So you end up with the post out of ground about 5 feet. And then we cut the form down to 7 feet.
Because they go 3 down.
And they go 3 down.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And you can see that these guys aren't so quick to grow. I mean, they're still producing.
Yeah.
Orejonas, but then like this one, it's probably roughly the same age, but it's a very mature plant. It's big.
Yeah, they're all the same age.
Is this Dark Star?
No, that's Haley's Comet.
His Comet.
The plants have done terrific in this field. They were well trimmed. Julio came through here with the team, and then they grew kind of what we thought they would when they go through growth spurt, and we had trimmed well. We had to do a lot, like this is growth, so we had to do a lot of trimming up off the core. So that'll get trimmed again at the end of the season. But
do you use these for cuttings? Because like Leonardo at Oceanside Dragon Fruit said that he really believed that these are the best cuttings down here, and that's what he liked to use. So I thought that was an interesting concept, but
we just did a huge cutting, and we took all the long cuttings from the bottom.
Okay, you do the long ones, yeah. But he pulls them from down here because he says it's so much energy up here, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But you also want, like when you take your cuttings off, it's also managing the core. So one of the things, I had gone to another production farm, and what struck me was their plant was here. So they were on a kind of more of a trellis system, but same concept. But their plant was here, and they didn't have anything going on here. It was just a clean core. So I came back to Julio and I said, it was more like when you go to train your plant, where do you want your energy to go? And so we at the end of last season and beginning of this season, we cut anything that was on the bottom and trying to just keep one lead.
So you want one brand, palm tree effect, like you said.
A palm tree effect.
And you notice that improves production, and it's just the best route to go.
Yeah, I think it's good for plant management and your airflow, and you're keeping your production here on the plant. I mean, because we will get blooms anywhere where it's possible. Where there's a thorn, there can be a bloom. You know,
when they get all bushy like this, sometimes you get a lot of fruits in here, and they get all smashed in there. So that's fruit that you're just wasting because they got that, and it's really hard to get.
Yeah, they'll get all distorted, or you can't get them. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.